Hey, Alex, it's been, I guess, 3 weeks of COVID uncertainty with your team, never knowing one day to the next what's going on. Today, Austin and Dean out as a precaution. What's that been like for you guys in the room?
I think that it's just the world we live in right now. We obviously want to move past this as quick as we can, but COVID obviously is still lingering around, and we've been dealing with it for a long time. So it's really no different dealing with it now.
And from a lineup perspective, you moved around today. That seems to be, part of the whole COVID thing. You guys have been switching things around. You kind of ready for that day-to-day dynamic as far as changing things around?
Yeah, like you said, we've been dealing with it for a while. So there's been guys in and out of the lineup sporadically throughout the year, and other teams have probably dealt with it a lot more than we have. So obviously the 5-day quarantine now helps when guys are testing positive, but yes, guys are still going to miss games.
I'm sorry, I'll squeeze one more in if you don't mind. From an NHLPA perspective, what's the communication been like with your group? You guys are in on the decisions to play and all that kind of thing. What's that been like?
Yeah, there's just a lot of moving parts, obviously, and it's challenging times for everyone. So everyone's trying to do their best to play hockey games and do it the right way. And it's not an easy thing to grab.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next up, we'll go to David Alter with the Hockey News. Go ahead, David.
Hey, Alex, in the 3 years you've played with him, what's the largest amount of growth you've seen in Emilia Mccann's game?
I don't know. I think that it's been a really small sample size this year, so I haven't played with him a ton, right? And he's only played a couple games, but I think that when he's got confidence with the puck, he's a really, really good player. I mean, he creates so much for himself with his speed, with his work ethic, and just his tenaciousness around the puck that when he's kind of going well and feeling confident with the puck, he's a really dangerous player out there, and he's a load to handle just because of how big he is, how strong he is, how fast he is. And then when he's able to kind of make plays with the puck, he's really a really hard person to handle.
When a guy comes into the room like that and he doesn't know the language and he's just trying to get to know his teammates, do you sense he's getting more comfortable with that as the years go by?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's been incredible. I don't know. It's a really tough thing to do, I think. And guys coming over from Russia specifically, just because they usually don't speak the language that much. You're coming over to a new culture, especially a team like this, where for his time here, he hasn't really had many other Russian guys to communicate with. I think that his English has come a long way, and he's kind of opened up more in the locker room. But just the whole cultural shift coming from somewhere like Russia to somewhere like here, where there aren't that many Russian speaking people in the locker room, but then also just in the city in general, it's been, I couldn't imagine how hard it is, but he's awesome. He handles it super well, comes to the rink every day, works hard, and he's a fun guy to be around. And you can just see him opening up more and more as he's kind of gotten more comfortable with us teammates, and he's a pleasure to be around.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Swolinski with the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Mark.
Hi, Alex. Just wondering, in general, with players off due to COVID, how long does it take to get your skating and your stick and timing back and all that? And secondly, how long has it been, or how would in your career, on off season, how long would you feel comfortable or uncomfortable with being off the ice?
Well, that's a tough question to answer too. I think that it's different for everyone in terms of coming back from COVID, and certain guys obviously have been experiencing worse symptoms than others. So I'd imagine that guys who have had it really bad, it might take them a little bit longer than others. And in terms of us specifically, ours was different as well, just because we had the Christmas break tied into our COVID quarantine. So we spent more time off than others. But we also had some practices to get up to speed before coming back to a game. So our situation was all right. I felt fine in the first game back, and that was, 17 days, but we probably had 5 practices before we got playing. So that was a unique circumstance. And then in terms of longest time going without playing, I don't know. I've had a couple surgeries in the past where I've had to take months off. So I've probably gone 3 months post surgery without being on the ice.